What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. My name is Tank. I got my boy Nick with us. We are the IBC Gang YouTube channel, and we're going to be talking about some fun stuff today. Excuse me, my phone's like going off of there. We're going to be talking about the castle, y'all. First off, how are you guys doing this crazy, actually beautiful Sunday? How are you guys all doing? Nick, how are you doing?
It's been pretty good, man.
Celebrated the birthday?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Celebrations.
Heard you guys.
Little fight.
I missed a little bit. I gotta apologize, guys. I missed. Apparently in Discord, Nick. When I woke up, I saw you guys all had like a UFC party where we were watching the UFC fights, and I missed all of it, guys. I went to bed early, and I was like, oh, I didn't even get the memo. How was that? Was that a bunch of fun, Nick?
Oh yeah, dude. There was a lot of great fights.
I saw there was like a really offset fight, which you guys were like, thankfully, I didn't read it all, but like somebody got like messed up, and like was one sided or whatever.
Oh yeah, the last fight. Thank God they stopped it. Thank God.
Yeah. What's up, Bren? Actually, okay, we'll get into it in a second. But Bren, if you guys want, you guys can join us today, guys. We're going to be open micing this for the community. The only thing that we ask is, of course, since we are on YouTube, please be respectful. Try to think about what you guys are going to be saying if you guys are going to be joining us up here in the Discord. But yeah, we're going to switch on over into the general chat in the Discord so that anybody that wants to jump on in and talk about Fortius's dungeons today can do so. Again, guys, we're just going to kind of like, we're going to make this an open platform today, trying to bounce around ideas with each other and prep ourselves. We're going to prep. This is a raid party prep, guys. We got to get ourselves ready. I don't know if you guys play Final Fantasy or any kind of MMOs like WoW or anything like that, but we're getting the raid party ready. We're going to be talking about what is going to be happening in these dungeon levels, or what we think is going to be happening, and how we're going to be strategically, placing our party members. But yeah. And by the way, Nick, yes, I will send you. Absolutely. You want a 3060 or what?
I mean,
you want this one? You want this one? I said
it's delayed, bro. So.
Oh, okay. Right. It's delayed. Do you want this one though? Anyway, you see it in just a second. We will send it. Send it. You just make it a second computer or something like
that? No. So actually, I have a very old graphics card in my computer.
What? I hook you up. Okay. Okay. Let's jump on it, but before we do, let's go over there real quickly and say what's up to everybody. Bren, what's going up? Thanos, what's up? Mr. Effer, love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Frack. I think it's FR4F. Why? It's so tricky. What's going on, FR? FR. Aaron, what's up? Stone Cold. GJ. JG. Good job. What's up, Med? Dave, what's up? We're going to switch on over real quick. Let's go jump on in there. Again, guys, please, if you guys aren't respect, you guys say something nasty or crude or whatever, we're going to have to like immediately mute you or just kick you off of the stream. But please do respect, that we are live. Please, no racial, anything like that. We are trying our best, even though I'm crazy. But please, guys, let's go ahead and jump you guys over there real quick, or jump us over there real quick. We're already there. We're already there. Dang it. I didn't even know that. Nick's on top of everything, guys. Okay. All right. With that being said. So
have you hit the like button though?
Yes, definitely hit the like button. I'm so off, guys. You can tell weekends, right? Like not my thing. Yeah, we should do the little spill. Before we jump on into everything, guys, if you guys would like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you guys don't know, we talk about everything in the Cosmos ecosystem, IBC Gang YouTube channel, obviously, right? But we also talk about everything else also happening that may affect our ecosystem outside of our little space. So we do talk about Bitcoin. We do talk about ETH and yada, yada, yada. But we're going to be jumping on in. Today's focus, guys, is with the community. We're going to be talking about the dungeon raid in particular. Again, guys, this is going to be an open platform format. I'm really trusting you guys, as you guys have trusted me and Nick so far. We want to, give that equal mutual respect to everybody. But all I do ask you guys is when you guys are here with the ability to talk live on stream, please be respectful to us, and please no racial slurs, no anything crazy. This is YouTube. So again, we're going to jump on in and give everybody access, though. Give us 1 second. 1 second. What's up? BitSource, what's up? CMDX to the moon. Let me see here. Does everybody have access, Nick, I think? So
yeah, we're in general.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody can come in.
If you guys are in the Discord, feel free to jump up in general with us. Again, try to be respectful for everybody talking. I know I talk a lot, but I'm going to try to purposely sit back and kind of like listen up to other people's points of views and stuff like that. But when other people are talking, please just, try not to over talk everybody else and mute mics when possible. Let's get into it. Tank can tank. I can tank. You know what I love playing? I love playing a tank. That's fun, like, obviously. Every game I've ever played was a paladin. I was like, you want to go dungeon? It's either a paladin or a warrior. And I'm like, paladin. Shield bashing and taunting is my thing. Let's do it. I'm here for the drama. While we're getting ready and while everybody is hopefully going to be joining us, let's talk about some levels right now on the Bitcoin chart, guys. Bitcoin kind of rising a little bit today. Sorry, I did not mute my phone. Even Ethereum up a little bit, right? But all in all, kind of still flat, kind of like where we've been at. The rest of these altcoins right now, not doing all too bad. I know it does look red right now on the charts, but on all honesty, this is exactly what we thought was going to be happening. We're looking at Luna first and foremost. We're just here, so I didn't pick it in any kind of order. As you guys can see here, I have alarms waiting to DCA in. Obviously, this is just my feeler buys. I call it fly fishing. If it comes down to the 50 SMA, just because like if you go on the daily, guys, take a look at this. I mean, like seriously, with Luna, like some people have their opinions, but I'm just going off simple charting. If you guys look at this red line right here, 50 SMA, right? Every single time, other than a few standout moments, but every single time we come down there, bounce, 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 bounce. Like, it's just like one of those things where more often than not, like if you're just betting a little bit, trying to get in and out, make a couple bucks, flip it, and skip on, you just can't ignore that. So I put a little bit of filler buys. It's more like, if it turns into long-term holds, so be it. It's not going to wreck me if it does go down further, but I put a little bit of filler buys. And of course I put it on the 200 SMA, real simple stuff on the charts, guys, real simple stuff on the charts. And then of course, you guys know, I do have my measurements that I'm waiting for. If it does go down lower, we could see, I think this was like a 40% move, 40-ish% move, below the 200 SMA. Yeah, it was like a 47, something like that, at its lowest wick right here. So if it doesn't necessarily repeat themselves, but rhyme, of course, we could even do that here, guys. 47 would be right about here, $34. Do you really think it's going to happen? I don't think it's going to happen. But of course, just to be careful, I have my strong DCA and my long-term bags going forward. Gosh, I said moi, kind of weird. Do you guys watch, I can't even say it, but it's a show on TV. It's Schitt's Creek. Look, it's actually called that on Netflix. It's pretty funny with Moira. I watch it all the time. So Moira. It's pretty funny. It's a funny show. But anyway, saying my M's like that, Moira. But yeah, that's what I got going on right now, guys. All in all, not doing too bad. Still have my long-term trend lined up. I wouldn't be surprised if we just bounce off the 50 SMA, come back up here, get rejected, and just keep doing this for, we could even do it underneath the trend line. It's absolutely fine. Trend line's still in play though, right? If it's rejecting price action over and over and over, it's something to watch. So we could do that over and over and over, or we could bounce strong and kind of, I think, did they just buy more Bitcoin today? I could have swore I saw somebody while I was at church today say that they just bought more Bitcoin. Confirm that for me, guys, if that's true. Did that happen?
Yeah, I saw that too.
They did, right? They did, right? Okay. BitSource, what are you spamming? I see. I don't know if it's like the automated thing or something like that. Message retracted or whatever it is. What you doing? Schitt's Creek. I can't say it right. Schitt's Creek. It's a funny show, Brent. It's a funny show. Anyway, guys. But yeah, they're just showing some real strength, dude. The whole Terra ecosystem and LFG, like, let's effing go, right? Like, you guys. The choo-choo. Like, I'm there. Let's go. Anyway, we're going to move on, guys. Eventually, I promise you, we're just going to cover this and then get into the main topic at hand. The whole reason why we wanted to make this video or live stream, talk about the dungeons. We're going to talk about Atom real quick. 2679. I told y'all, don't be the relief, don't be the hopium, right? Wow. We come back down. Long term, though, we're still looking A-okay. Look at this. We're still in this upwards trend pattern. We're just up and downing it, like Adam likes to do. It's absolutely fine. Right now we are in between, actually on the lower section of this shorter time wedge pattern that we find ourselves in right here. And I say it's shorter time because I'm a long-term investor. Ultimately, this is like, short lived. This is going to just be a blip in history for me. Like, so that's where I'm coming from when I say shorter wedge period time frame, whatever it is. But we are still within it, and we're just kind of like, we're just doing our thing, playing ourselves out into it, like until it breaks. It's still just doing absolutely fine. Even right now, if you look at it, guys, boom, boom, boom. We're climbing. We're doing absolutely fine. If we break down though, you guys know that I'm looking for about $21 to start DCAing for my long-term bags. If we go on the 200 SMA strategy, you can see right here, 36.55. Granted, it's probably a little bit changed now, but it's right around the same, which would bring us right around $21. Like I said, when the 200 SMA doesn't hold up as support and it breaks down, that is the average move based on the whole chart's history. Again, and if you look at the 50 SMA, I did some measurements right here. That actually tells us that we could come down 38.50 on the daily for the 50 SMA. That would bring us down below 17, well, right around 1750. So anywhere between here, guys, is just a really good level to start DCAing, 1750 to $20. Just, again, I've been saying it for so long. I mean, it feels kind of when I keep repeating myself, but honestly, guys, like that's where I'm looking right now to start DCAing from like a serious DCA plan. If I miss it, whatever, if it could just keep going sideways, I don't really care. It kind of thing. I'm in it to win it. So, not financial advice, just telling you guys where to look. Adam is the Ethereum of the ecosystem, but lower fees. Oh, hell yeah. Bitcoin stars. Hell yeah. What else we got to cover? Do we got to cover anything else? I don't really even want to cover Bitcoin. It's doing its thing. I told y'all, it's like, we're still in this
Let's get
pattern.
into the castle, man.
Yeah, we're still in this pattern. So yeah, let's just jump into the castle. What's up, Tyler? What's up, Matt? Ciao, what's up? Sam, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? I feel left out sometimes because I know Nick gets to chat with y'all and I purposely don't, but like today it's unscripted, so I get to look over and say what's up.
Get to be friends.
I get to interact with you guys on a more personal level. Speaking of that, guys, don't forget, if you guys are part of our Discord, if you guys aren't, check out the links below. I don't know if that link still works. I swear for some reason or another, we're having an issue with our link. Nick, if you could put it in there if that one doesn't work. If you guys want to be part of this stream, you guys want to get your voices heard to the masses, you guys think you guys have something to contribute, or you just want to chat, whatever it is, especially about Fortis Economia, I invite you guys into our Discord. We're just sitting in general. Please be respectful, though. If you guys do come up here and no racial slurs, all that other stuff, I'm going to have to repeat that like many times during this live stream. We are going out on a limb, and it would be much appreciated if you guys would at least try to keep that in mind. We're going to be talking about a couple of things that are actually happening though, in anticipation for the dungeons, or the dungeon that is going to be opening up for us on the castle here. As you guys can see, I'm being very transparent of what I got right now. I don't care. I'm transparent all the time. But yeah, I think really one of the things that I wanted to bring up to right now is I see a lot of, I don't want to say misinformation, but I see a lot of confusion. Obviously, right? Like there's a lot of confusion right now when it comes to how things are going to operate, what to expect, where they should be, what rewards are going to look like, how lockup times are. So I kind of just wanted to talk about all of that. And not to say that I know everything completely solid, concrete, like, that's why we're opening up for everybody, because there's a lot when it comes to Fortis Economia. And I kind of just want to give this live stream and make it a place where people can kind of like consult with each other and kind of iron out all of those, all of that confusion. So let's go ahead and jump on into it first and talk about, I guess the thing that's the most simplest. Let's talk about the airdrops. They have recently said, did I get no, okay. Thought my thing got disconnected. The airdrops though, that we're going to be, that were anticipated are going to be held up until the 14th. Is that correct, Nick?
Yes, sir. 3-day delay.
3-day delay. What did you guys think about that? I know a lot of people were like, finally, you guys are thinking about the BFOT price and all this other thing. I don't even think, honestly, just my opinion, and you guys chime in whenever you guys want, but just my opinion, I don't even think, from what I have in experience with the dev, I can only say one of, because the doctor doesn't even talk to anybody. To just kind of talk straight through one guy, which has been absolutely fine. It's either Ick or him. I don't know if it's one and the same, but they're doing the best that they can. And so far from what I've experienced, like, I don't really think, I'm just giving the benefit of doubt that it has anything to do about respecting the price or trying to get the price of BFOT up. I really do honestly believe that they sincerely believe themselves that it doesn't matter when and where you are in the order or what the BFOT price is at the moment. They believe wholeheartedly of this system. And I really don't think that they did that intentionally, like purposely delayed it for the sake of the price, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. I don't know. Do you guys feel that way? Do you guys feel like they did that intentionally? Or do you guys think that they don't really even give an F and it's kind of like they just believe in their system? I think they just did that because of the reasons of what we were dealing with Juno. So what did you think, Nick? Did you think they did that on purpose or like for those reasons?
50-50. 50-50,
yeah.
I think.
What do you guys think? I have my kid, by the way. I can hear him. He has his YouTube channel like so loud right now. It's like they're deaf. It's like they're deaf. I can hear him through doors and stuff like that. So if he comes in here, yeah. I'm a family man, guys. Got kids all it's running around, crazy heads. But yeah, so wanted to talk about that. It's delayed a little bit. It's totally fine. We do have, don't we have, when is the regular drop though? Is this on Mondays?
Normally, yeah, it's on Mondays.
But this one is also included to be and will be pushed back to the 14th, correct?
That is correct, at Thursday.
Oh, fine. That's fine. I don't care. That's fine.
Actually, it works out really good.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
when you really think about it, it works out really well.
Well, and that's why a lot of people were saying like, oh, they did this for the sake of the BFOT price because it went down pretty well, guys. Like, what did it get down to recently? Actually, let's bring that up real quick, guys.
I saw somebody on Twitter saying they got it for 88 cents. I don't know if it actually got down that far.
Me? I got it for why is this taking so long? Oh, hold on. I gotta go through other means, I guess. If you guys don't know, so right now we can go to Cosmos Pug. Where's he at? Where's our boy at? And you can go here. And this is really unfortunate. Unless, correct me again, is there another chart? Because I would love to actually use a real chart, please. But as you guys can see here, it got down to like, yeah, 88 cents. 88 cents. You were there. You guys were there. Bren was there. I know Nick was there. Guys, we just had a like pop-up stream or pop-up talk on the Discord yesterday, speaking to everybody about like, you know, the FOMO of BFOT and all that stuff while I was dipping down. And this is before, I was telling everybody this stuff before Juno IBC connections came back and activated on Osmosis and everything else, because they were having IBC connections or issues with their IBC connection with multiple different protocols out there. And I was trying to talk to the community, telling them, look, don't just look at what's happening in the castle, watch what's happening with Juno, because if they couldn't fix that in time, like it was just going to keep dipping. And then the minute I saw that they fixed a couple of connections through Osmosis and through, Atom, through the relayers and all that stuff, I immediately was like, look, I got back on with Brendan. All of other people already left. I felt bad about it, but like those are the things I'm always talking about. You got to be actively paying attention to not just what's happening on that platform, but everything around it. And I was telling people, look, if it goes down, the possibility of you getting better prices is there, but it doesn't matter unless what's happening in Juno. I saw that connections reestablished for Juno, and I was like, this is it. Go ahead and get in. I didn't get 88, but I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe I got 90 cents. So I full transparency, I grabbed another 4K at 90 cents, guys, at 90 cents. And right now we're sitting at, what are we sitting at? 129. Give or take something like, is that the true price? 130 actually, 130. So feeling good about that so far, guys. Was able to actually start stacking up and catch up a little bit to Nick, which he's in front of me already. But trying to get to that 1 GFOT total for my grand module staking. I think and I'm going to say this, we'll get into this again, guys. If you guys want to talk about this, please join us in the chat. And also, if you guys want to join us live on the Discord in the stream, join us through the Discord. But I personally think that while everything else that's happening, that's launching on Fortis Economia is fun, I'm more racing or prepping for the long marathon run on GFOT. FOT, GFOT. Like I get what everybody else is saying, but for whatever reason, just I feel really strongly about that. I'm trying to accumulate as much GFOT through my rewards while also actively taking profit. And I'm almost there. Nick is already there, right, Nick? You're over.
Yep.
One already. Ugh. And I know we got a couple of friends, Sam, and who else is in our Trav got like big ballin over there. Got a bunch of GFOT. And guys, like right now, I don't like, it's so hard to do the mathematical. I'm going to do it later, but like on the fly, definitely not going to be able to do it quickly. But you know, with FOT now producing not 10 BFOT per FOT, but 11, your overall bags, that whatever you got into, guys, whatever GFOT you have and all this stuff has now, like the whole game has changed. And you guys, I don't know if you guys noticed how quickly we went from, you know, 10 to 11, which again, you know, what is the next, guys, correct me. What is the next, is it another mill? Every mill produces more BFOT or something like that. Every mill of FOT burned produces more BFOT for the next person. So it's going to, I think it's a mill, right? I think it's every mill. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, or come in and tell me I'm wrong. Don't be shy. I'm not going to bite your heads off either. Plus I need a break from talking sometimes. But yeah, guys, it changes everything. So like this has now just folded over for me in profits, like just for it being for the sake of what it is. Like it really, it's an amazing experiment by far so far. And I just sometimes still can't believe it. It's working though. It is working. And it's just so fascinating to watch. So fascinating to watch. Nick, can you guys work on that? What is it now? What is one GFOT worth right now?
So it would just be multiplied by the BFOT price. I think 10x, right?
10x. Oh, is that it, guys? Is it 10x by the current BFOT price? Is that true? No. That can't be right, right? Is that right? Bring out my calculator, even though I think I'm going to get this wrong. So we said it's 130 is the current BFOT price.
Yeah.
Right? Times 10?
Oh, it's probably not 10, probably 100.
Yeah.
Because it's whatever.
It's got to be 100. It has to be 100.
Yeah.
No. Is that right? Is it
1 GFOT is 14K right now, according to
one
Brian.
GFOT is 14K. Thank you, Brad. So much smarter than us, right? Math on the fly. Guys, before I go live and stuff, I have to recheck our math like 17 sometimes. So it's 10,000. It's 10,000. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. We're right. We were on the right path. Just
more zeros.
We were getting there.
More zeros.
Nice. So yeah, guys, that's insane. That is insane. And that, oh my gosh. Insanages is. So guys, again, you tell me I'm wrong. Cause I want somebody to tell me like, oh no, Tank, you're focused too much on GFOT, but I'm so focused on GFOT right now that it's kind of ridiculous. Like I love the whole dungeon thing. Like I obviously a lot of attention over here, right? Like I'm in 3 of these right now, and we'll get to the discussion in just a minute, because as more information has been given to us, like we're having to readjust ourselves, which was clever, not tricky, but more clever. I get it. And we'll talk about that in a minute, guys. Super, super clever. But I think it's more LP rewards and GFOT, if anything. What do you think, Nick? What do you think about it? Is it LP? Should we be focused more on LP tokens and or GFOT stacking?
So my personal opinion is you should be stacking GFOT as much as you can, because there's only 100,000 ever. And when that arm is filled, you control the price. You know what I mean?
Well, it's but that's with all of them, right? Like, so there's only 100 mil FOT, right?
Yeah.
There's only so much BFOT per that and per GFOT as well. So it's like, but what do you guys think? Like, what is the focus? And I know there's some people are like, no, it's just because it's the vicious cycle, it's perpetual motion and stuff like that. But like, there's what produces the most return to stack, right? Technically, it wouldn't be right now. Right now, maybe that this will change with the evolution of the system and the life, like the expansion of the system or depletion of the system, I should say. But right now, you don't necessarily want to hold FOT. I know I've said it, and I've kind of like done it and regretted it and done it. And like, obviously I don't have any FOT. Like but here's my understanding, right? So my thesis has to adjust the more and more I understand things better. I've said it so many times, like I want to stack FOT, but that is admittingly changed a lot actually in my thinking, because I want more GFOT now, because I will want FOT later, but not at the current moment, because if I burn my FOT, like we get more as we move, right? As we keep moving. Eventually at the tail end of this lifespan, yes, I'm going to want a little bit of everything. I'm going to want FOT. I'm going to want BFOT. I'm going to want GFOT, all of that, right? But right now with the APR, DPR, you just kind of want to keep burning, like just throw the books into the fire, right? Am I right? Guys, come on. You guys got to join the Discord. I know you guys are here. Join the Discord. Let us know what you guys think.
There's 45 of us watching the stream. Like, get in here.
It's got to be like, right? So like the main focus right now is not necessarily maybe later, like what I was thinking earlier, like obviously scarce asset you want to hold, especially if it's what produces fruits later, right? But at the at the rates that we're getting back right now per APR, per DPR, you want to be actively burning that source as much as you can, because in return that gets you more, yeah. DPR right now is for the grand staking module, it's 5.29%. Are you asking what is DPR? Daily percent return. Yeah. Thank you. Right, guys? What do you guys think I'm right with that? And look, come on, guys. There's like a bunch of us here right now. Is that what we're all thinking right now? Because there's a lot of confusion as to how people are trying to play this. Now, I'm way up and above, regardless. I'm above by far, and I'll tell you guys like how I played this, and then you guys can compare. But I personally bought a good big bag of this. At between 130 and 140 initially. I've already recognized those initial investments. I was free and clear. And then when it came back down, guys. Oh, and by the way, I should say, in between all of that nonsense and all that noise, while I was actively taking profits, I was also increasing my GFOT. I was also, using some of the percentages of those profits as well to get into my FOT UST, my BFOT, SFOT, and GFOT, SFOT as well. So I was able to actually open up all of these doors with the profits that I was getting, with the rewards that I was getting, and on top of that, also secure my initial investment. So free and clear. And then when things dipped down to, like I said, 90 cents just the other day, it was like, and especially when IBC enabled again for Juno, I immediately jumped back in. I was like, you know what, 4K again. I didn't do the whole thing again, but I did 4K, rebought back in at 90 cents. That's been really nice so far. And now have used a lot of that. Actually, I didn't do anything else, but I used all of that to get and reach close to my one GFOT. Because again, my thesis has changed. My game plan has changed as more and more information has been given to us by the team for Fortis Economia. And I think, like I said, the long-term game is GFOT. Eventually, it will also be FOT, right? And then BFOT as well. All of those, all three of those, you need those. But at the current moment, with the burning rate, with it now producing 11 instead of 10 per every FOT that I get, like, I just thought it's obviously better to utilize the FOT, the full amount of FOT that we're getting rewarded. And, again, you could do this however you want. If you guys trust everything fully, which personally, I never trust anything 1,000%. I'm just that guy. But there are, and I agree with this narrative and this opinion that's been shared on social media, where if you guys want to decrease the amount of selling pressure for BFOT and increase the actual dollar amount for BFOT, what you should do while also being able to recognize profits is go ahead and just take your rewards, swap it into SFOT. You know, you have to go through everything to get to SFOT. You have to go through FOT, BFOT. You have to go here and get yourself some grand FOT, and then you can come here and swap your GFOT for SFOT. Yes, there is a difference in between. It's not a stable peg. It does range, you know, up and down between that peg, but it definitely decreases the selling pressure and also increases the amount for BFOT's price. And then, of course, if you're in it for the long haul and you actually believe in this perpetual motion cycle system that they actually have, eventually over time, no matter where you are, no matter how much liquidity goes in and out of this, eventually with time, the thesis and the idea is you're going to be up no matter what. Like, you're going to be up. It's just a matter of time and how much you actually want to compound and increase that return rate while you absolutely can at these APR and DPR rates. Like, eventually, right? If you guys didn't, excuse me, I got an itch right there. If you guys didn't catch one of the interviews that Kevin just put out, I don't think I have it up. Let me actually see. Let me actually see if I can find that. One of the things I shared this in our yesterday's pop-up talk in Discord. Let me see here, Kevin.
Brent, do you have any thoughts? Like, what do you think is going on here?
I think there's a bunch of different factors that come into GFOT's value right now, because I just learned something new recently that I saw you posted it on Twitter too, Nick, how the rewards also decreased by 10% because of the first million FOT that got burnt. So there's like many things that you have to consider when you're looking at GFOT long-term, because we're going to get more BFOT for every FOT that's burnt as the supply of FOT decreases, right? But also the amount of BFOT needed to make one GFOT is also going up at the same time, and we're getting less FOT rewards as time goes on. So there's a lot of things to consider here, man, and I think long-term, definitely GFOT and FOT is the play. Short-term, we definitely got to capitalize on this APY, APR. Otherwise, I'm not too sure, honestly. I'm on this Sunday morning. I've been trying to look at FOD all day, and I'm in a cluster of brain fog right now.
So, but so what I take from is we're pretty kind of on the same page, right? Like, GFOT is the play, burn your FOT kind of thing right now. I get what you're saying, but yeah. So like, I'm trying to, because I'm at the same thing too. But I think my thesis is, you know, I lean more towards it. I think I'm more correct on that. But like you said, it's kind of like foggy, because I'm wondering at what point. I guess the question is better, right, Brent? Is when do we start changing our plan of action? When does when does it start? I don't know. It's the hard thing. It's because it's a perpetual freaking motion machine, and you're just like, if it's always spinning, when is the stick going to into the bicycle pegs? Like, when does that happen? When do you pivot, and when is the most opportune time?
So the crazy thing is, right, like they said, it doesn't matter when you enter this machine, when you enter the castle, everyone's gonna be a winner, right? And it kind of makes sense. Like, assuming FOT does last for multiple years or even a year, if you didn't even get into any of these pools and begin stacking GFOT or doing anything with these APYs, APRs, if you just stacked FOT from right now, and like just FOT, you're not doing anything else, you're not converting, I think eventually you're going to be a winner, assuming the castle goes that long. Just because the amount of FOT the amount of BFOT you're going to get for burning one FOT is going to be insane eventually, right? So, plus the amount of rewards, the amount of FOT that people are going to get is also decreasing as more FOT gets burnt. So there's a lot of things to think about.
Yeah. So is this? I think this was it. I think Was this the one with? Yeah, this was Kevin's. So this is the interview that Kevin Garrison actually produced for everybody. I thought it was a really good. I thought it really was a great, because there's always a language barrier, and it's kind of hard to understand people when there's that language or verbal barrier with with just all that. So I thought like doing a format like this was a lot more beneficial. Although I still would love to have you guys on the stream. Still with Kim, I would love to have you guys on the stream. But one of the things that really stuck out to me was basically what Bren just said. Like, I can't find it here, but they say in here, I think it's in this section right here, section 5 right here, where they basically say the last man, like at the end of it all, as long as you are, how do I explain this without, there's so much brain fog with Fortius. So kind of, it's like, from what I understood from it, as long as you are in a better position than when the castle doors open, which technically for me, it's like down here, right? Like 0.32. No, that doesn't even make sense, because it doesn't matter. I don't know. Never mind. My brain went dead. That's why I need more of you guys in here. My brain literally went dead on that. Like, anyway, yeah, I'm just stacking GFOT. What are you guys doing? Because I'm trying to figure this out, and at some point there's got to be a pivot point to where it was better for somebody at some point at a whether it be a position in line or an amount in. There's, I keep asking myself, like, when is that, or where was that? And I can't find it, not in reverse after staring at this from yesterday's conversation to now. Like what he said, anywhere you're getting in, like Bren just said, you're eventually going to be, it doesn't even matter if you got in here. Like literally, it doesn't even matter if you bought here. Eventually, even if it never gets back up there, you're going to be a winner. It's just going to take a little bit longer. That's all it's, I think, from what I understand. But maybe not even as long as you think, because with FOT reaching certain levels and BFOT increasing and then rewards decreasing, but I think it's just, it doesn't matter. Right? Does that make any sense, Bren?
It does make sense. Yeah, you're making sense, but at the same time,
I know I'm not explaining it right.
It does matter, like what you do. It does, like, sure, if you get in at any point, you can still be a winner at the end or down the line, but it's a chess game, man. Like, it really does depend on what you do, because if you get in at the top at like 7, for example, and you buy a bunch of you get a bunch of BFOT, right?
Yeah.
And then you like burn it or stake it or whatever. I feel like you're going to be in a better position if you take the rewards from that FOT and you don't end up burning it and saving it. But obviously this is down the line, because there's still this huge airdrop going on, right? So we're still getting fed FOT. The APY is still high. DPR is still high. So there's still an abundance of FOT coming in. But I think after the airdrop, we might be like 2 or 3 million FOT burned by then, maybe more. I mean, it's all speculation.
I think we should clarify this. We're talking about people who buy BFOT and are not just like holding it, hoping price goes up and not partaking into the system. Like, I think we should clarify that. Like, we're talking about people who are actively in the castle, bouncing around in this bounce house. Like, yeah, none of this applies to people who are just buying it on Juno Swap in speculation that this price is going to be reached, or broken to the $10 range or whatever it is. Like, that's a whole different thing. Like, we're talking about actually participating in the castle. Now, if you bought that on Juno Swap and you're just holding, not wanting to get in on Fortis Economy or utilize its platform, none of that stuff matters, because that's not how the whole system was designed. Not even that we fully understand that either, but like, that's not how the whole system was. The system was designed to use that BFOT. So yeah, we should keep that out there for you guys. Like literally the price could never come back up to 7. If you bought it at 7.37 or whatever it was at the tippy top, the way that 7.4, I think, or whatever it was, the way that you're going to be able to capitalize and ensure more than not is to actually be in the castle. So again, it incentivizes you to come and use it, to come and like abuse it and take part of it. If you're just holding on, like one, you're not getting rewarded for just holding it. There's no place to stake it other than in the castle. Like, you're just in a crappy position doing that. So if you did that, I just want to let you guys know, you might want to think about at least taking your ball and coming inside and playing a little bit, because that's the only way you're going to make up for that. If you are, though, like Brent said, like, I do think if rug doesn't happen, if, system don't die again, eventually I do agree, like, you will, if you're partaking in it, and if you are actively profit taking, which I think, like Brent said, it's a chess game. I think the only way that you actually win this game, or ensure that you win this game, is to be an active profit taker. I mean, every single day, guys. That's not financial advice. That's just life advice. Ensure in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion that every single day you are coming ahead in some kind of way. Period. It doesn't have to be your full rewards. It doesn't have to be, everything that you get and stuff like that. But if you are actively taking some percentage of profits, then you are actually being smart about it, in my opinion. And that's the way that I think a lot of people are really going to benefit from this. Like, everything else, all that other noise, all this, like dungeon runs, all that other stuff. If you get anything from watching this, make sure that you realize profits, whether it be going, I suggest, even though this doesn't work in interest from my bags or your bags or anybody's bags, really, with the BFOT price, I suggest, though, not your full amount, because that's not how you actually, in my opinion, play this game correctly. But take a small sliver, whether it be 50% one day, 20% the next day, whatever you deem, whatever you want to do. Take that, burn it into, take your FOT, burn it into BFOT, take your BFOT, go straight to Juno Swap, and recognize that 20% on your rewards as UST, as some kind of stable. Make sure your initial investment eventually gets recognized, so that you're not emotionally tied to this, and then it's a freaking way better situation. That's the only way that I think, regardless if you play in the dungeons, if you do any of that stuff, if you take away anything from this stream, and it's not financial advice, again, it's just a friendly cosmonaut talking to another cosmonaut, make sure that you're actively taking profits, because that's what separates winners from freaking losers. That's what separates people that complain about rug pulls and the people that were taking part of it and realized their initial and then some, and the others. Like, really, that's those people that just go, pff. What you guys ever seen that YouTube guy who's the guy where he goes in the gym? Seriously, that's real talk, real 100 Sunday talk to you guys. Make sure you're a winner all the time. But speaking of dungeons, Bren, I think we should clear up a lot of things as far as the dungeon levels and where at least we think some of the best opportunities are in the dungeon platform levels. Because I think even I got it mistaken. Well, I didn't get it mistaken. More, I should say, information became available to us. But in anticipation of the dungeons, I got in to the SFOT UST pool. As you can see, I got in a little bit. I was using my rewards and stuff like that in the SFOT BFOT, because this was the entrance to the dungeon, they kept saying. And then SFOT GFOT as well. But a lot of people weren't understanding that these pools right here aren't necessarily part of like the actual dungeon run, right? Right, Brent? Right, Nick?
Yeah.
Yep.
Only one of those is the entry, and that's the SFOT BFOT pool. That is the entry to the dungeon.
SFOT, I don't know if I have that diagram up. Hold on. I have a lot of stuff up right now, guys. Let me try to find that. It's probably on their thingy.
Hey, Cosmonaut Nick, I see you're in here. Do you have any thoughts of like the scenarios or anything that you're doing?
Oh, here we go. Oh, what's up, Nick? Yeah, if you want to, I don't know if it's your thing, but would love to have you up here and pick your brain as well. So I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to try to enlarge it. I'm sorry if it's not good. We'll try to enlarge it just a little bit more. No, it's not going anywhere. But as you guys can see, like the pools that they gave out, or the dungeon map, like it says Juno LP4. it doesn't reflect exactly what's here. Like you said, Brent, which one was it that's actually
The SFOT BFOT pool is the
it's,
entry.
It's the very first one. The SFOT BFOT pool is the entry to the dungeons. All these other ones are from LPing. So while I'm in this pool right now, these pools right now, which I think produce, correct me if I'm wrong, Brent and Nick, like you guys, I'm getting my wires twisted because there's so many damn wires in this box. But these are going to be rewarded, even though they're not part of the dungeon, these are going to reward me LP tokens, right?
These ones that you're looking at here, like the pools that are out, no,
those won't give me what will give us LP tokens, guys?
The SFOT BFOT will. That's the entrance.
This is the only one that's going to produce LP tokens.
The SFOT BFOT, yeah, apparently.
Yes. So, what the hell with my SFOT GFOT? I just want to I want to unbond that and start putting it all into SFOT BFOT then.
Yeah, those are they just put those up to provide liquidity and a way for people to swap on their platform to use in the dungeon. That's what I think, at least.
Are we right about that? Chat? Is our thinking correct, you think? So
who knows?
Hey.
Yo, what's up?
So the LP token that we get from SFOT BFOT, that's going to be the token we pair up to BFOT I'm sorry, you got to bring the thing up again. Is it SFOT or BFOT in the second pull down?
Sorry. Let me see here. I'm guys, I'm like quick. I don't know where it's at now. I'm so quick to maybe start unbonding those other two pools and just put it into BFOT, SFOT. So we're looking at this right now. I know there's a little bit of a lag.
Yeah. So where's the step down map of the dungeon?
So it's right here. There might be a little bit of a lag.
Oh, I might. Yeah. So the second pull down, right? Your LP, your liquidity from the pool above it is going to be one token. And then the other one they tell you is going to be either SFOT. It's BFOT, right?
BFOT. Yeah. So at BFOT, SFOT
so
entry.
We've got the SFOT BFOT entry. So that liquidity token will pair up with BFOT in pool 2.
Also that's what I was thinking. So to
so then in pool 2,
you need to complete and
exactly. So pull 2's LP token, then we're going to pair that up with SFOT in the next one down.
So you need to get to 3 to get to any speculation, guys, on what this treasure is, by the way? What is
shit, I'm going to find out. Sorry, we're on YouTube.
I agree with you, so we'll let that one go.
Oh, my bad.
So that's kind of what I was thinking early. So again, I got into these pools. I got so much stuff open right now. I got into, where's it at? These pools. So let's make a call. You guys are all here, right? Like this is I will say for science, for the community. Personally, I should be unbonding. What do you guys think? Like, let me know in the chat. You're not giving me financial advice. We're going along. This is a science experiment anyway, right? So the SFOT UST pool, I don't have a ton of it in here, but I have a little bit. And the SFOT GFOT pool, I should unbond or unstake those, even though I want to make sure that I'm clear about this and not speaking out of line. From my understanding, when you start unstaking, guys, until the minute you start unstaking, you no longer get rewards. Yeah, like it's not like osmosis.
It's not like an osmosis. That's not.
You don't get them, so you gotta sit through the suck. It's either you provide more through your rewards, or you just come out of pocket and provide more. So like I'm actually having a hard time personally thinking about unbonding this.
I'll say what I've done, and some of it's definitely been aided by some crypto tank strategy for sure. So I didn't get any drop. I got the vote drop, but I haven't gotten any Juno drop. So I bought in everything that I bought in early on.
Okay.
And like I said, I used that to fill my Juno bag up more.
Yeah, no, that's smart.
That was my first thought, like 100% return right now on that. Like, not only did I increase my Juno bag by 50%, but I increased my compounding rewards by 50% too there. So I liked that. And then I've been getting the UST now. And I'm pretty close to being free and clear of the entire investment also in UST. So I've taken from this castle and I feel good about that.
Good.
So I'm not unstaking anything that I've got there. It's still going to keep earning me rewards.
So that's coming up. I'm thinking like I'm here already.
I'm going to use I'm going to use some of those rewards to give me access to that treasure.
Exactly. Okay, that's
and
what I'm.
Some of those rewards, I'm still going to keep getting my UST.
Yeah, exactly. That's okay.
That's my plan.
Yeah, that's
then
perfect.
I'll decide what to do with, reimbursement from Juno Swap LP or the next vote drops, or when I get my Atom drop. I'll decide then where we stand and
you
where
make
I
a
stand.
really good point though, because like you got to think about it, guys. We have all these airdrops still coming, and
some of this, I think, like especially with the dungeon opening, like you said, it's like it really creates the chess game.
Yeah,
and it's within our minds too. Like some of it is still just keep it simple. Like if it's too risky for you, stay in the upper area and take what you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I agree. But while you're saying that, let me just stress that to everybody.
And
like if what he's saying, guys, and I 100% agree with this. Sometimes it like the keep it simple, stupid is like a mantra of my life. The more complex you make things for yourself, like the more chances you give yourself to screw up things. If you just like really don't want to risk it, like being in this grand module is absolutely fine. You do not need to get into the dungeon. You could just be here and keep it real simple and just be fine
and
about
just
everything.
Keep taking.
Yeah, absolutely
exactly.
Fine with that.
So you can take from any level here. And it's really this next part is just a matter of how much risk you want to put into it, I think.
Right.
And it's kind of like the way you pointed out on like some of the LPs with staking it for a day or bonding it for a day or bonding it for 7 or bonding it for 14. Like you've got to decide what your risk level is. But you don't have to psych yourself out about it because the same thing holds true. This is here to open doors for people.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's many doors. There's many doors here.
That's what they said. They want to open doors for people. That's what that paper said. Use this. Take it. Get your profit. Get your bags of profit coin that you want to sell when it does a 2 times or a 5 times. Use this to get what you need. Get what you want.
You know what's really funny? I kind of just want to kind of build on this, and Brandon and Nick, you guys can jump in as well. Like, so although a lot of people are just hyper focused on what's happening within the walls of Fortius or the castle, or the dungeon, or whatever you want to call it, and stuff like that. But people are always like, "Where's the value?" and stuff like that. But the value and the kind of like to build onto what your thought process is. All of this, right? Like it is what you get out of it, right? It's whatever you perceive your position to be valuable or at risk at or whatever it is. It's all about perception and what you're getting at it at the moment. One thing I also want to kind of point out though is people are neglecting the other side of it. The complete other side of this is how this is beneficial to not just the castle and you and I and UST, but also Atom, Juno, and I don't know what else, but anything built on Juno, they could, if they wanted to, in theory, they could bring it on in there. And you're just actually really increasing the overall TVL or the overall ecosystem for not only, SFOT, BFOT, whatever it is here, but you're also, because you're he's just said, he went into and got more of his Juno long-term bags. Like I just did that the other day with Atom and I do this all the time. I'll go from Juno to Atom to UST to Juno to Atom in no particular order, just whatever I'm feeling like, depending on what the charts are looking like. Like if I feel like stacking more of that, like I'm going to be buying more with the rewards. So this ecosystem is not just feeding us in like 1 or 2 ways, but it's also feeding other ecosystems in their TVL as well, increasing the activity levels there. You guys got to understand, like there's so many doors and so many hidden doors in this ecosystem and the way that they have this set up that you can, again, I don't take this wrong, guys, but like I said, it's in the other stream, that you should be abusing and preying upon and taking advantage of. That it's all up to you though on how you're gonna go about doing it. This is just more like, hey, look, this is a big playing field. You have all these golden tools. You dig wherever you dig though, like, and it's yours kind of thing. It's hard to believe, but it really is that. And I got to kind of one last thing, and I'll open up again. People are like, just because they've come out and said, they've even said it multiple times in their papers and in their interviews, this wasn't designed to last forever. When you really think about this was actually been a big narrative just in the crypto space and in regular traditional markets recently, right? With inflation, all that stuff. Do you know how many times a world economy or like a base layer economy has actually flipped over in history. Like even in the traditional, like the US dollar wasn't the end all be all. Before that, there was like several other means of like a base layer world accepted currency or store of value that we used in our world. Most of these systems end up collapsing on themselves anyway. Like it's just it's an inevitable thing. It happens all the time. The dollar is not going to be, not just because of the inflation rate and all this other stuff. It's just by the way that it's designed, it's going to die at some point. So it's like when you look at it as in that aspect of what they're saying and you know, how we should be taking advantage of this new playground of an economy and stuff like that, it makes total sense, because the traditional way of doing things is a manipulated way of doing things. It's actually a jaded way of doing things. This is more of an, like, you know, bring it back to the essence, bring it back to the true, like, I don't want to say neutrality, because it's not taking a side kind of thing. It's just saying this is what it is, and it's always been this way. And it's just kind of shedding a light on it and letting you play in that field while it's there to be played in. Like when you look at it in that kind of mind or in that kind of view, it makes absolute sense. I don't know though. I want to say though, I'm not pumping it up. I'm just letting you guys know this could be, you know, if they just turn it off, like, yeah, that's a rug for sure. If, you know, if the Juno network, which just sucked, if we just went through that, goes down, oh man, like that sucks. But I do want to say, not to reference Black Swan events, like those are so far rare and like unusual circumstances. Like what we've just basically been dealing with Juno, it was, you know, come on, that was such a unique, rare thing, and it's ironing itself. It's not fully ironed out yet, but whatever happens, I'm not going to go into the Juno drama, but whatever happens, it is what it is. I highly, 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 highly doubt, and I'll say it one more time, highly doubt that we are ever going to see the network turn off for that amount of time, if at all, ever again. So this, unless rug happens, should be on for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 years, however they said, 4 to 5 years. Like it, if you don't play yourself, you should be okay being here based on that. But I don't know. I can't say anything, right? Like, what do you guys think about that? Is that crazy talk? Am I just like hopium it, or does that make any sense at all? Like, I don't know.
I mean, you lost me like halfway through. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's deep. It's I'm gonna give everybody a freaking aneurysm.
Sorry, I muted because I was trying to let you talk.
No, go ahead.
So I agree. If you don't play yourself badly in this castle, you're gonna end up way ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's ridiculous the amount of rewards compared to what I would get out of my osmosis pools.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, like you said it, man, somebody was not happy.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
right?
I think like it's right in front of us and stuff like. I gotta stress again, when we talk here on this channel, it's not to give you guys financial advice, just to change your mindset of how you're doing things. I can't give you guys financial advice. That's, you know, one, against the rules. I'm not a financial advisor, all this other stuff. And you should always, you know, take it upon yourselves to understand that you are responsible for your actions. That's everybody should understand that. If you have a strict discipline of taking profits or realizing certain amounts of profits, I think majority of us should be absolutely fine here in the castle. I think that all that narrative and all the confusion and everything else should just be negated, as long, of course, there's little caveats, right? Like, and I will fully admit them. I'm not the dev. I'm not the team. I can't speak for anybody else. I can just give my opinion about it. As long as Juno Network stays up, as long as this platform does not turn off, if they are genuine, which I gotta give them the benefit of doubt so far, you know, what's his name? ICI, I can't say his name. What was the gentleman that had the interview recently? Kem Oral, and his wife. Like, I think that his wife's the dev too. But as long
It's his sister, by the way.
Is his sister? I could have swear it was his wife. He said, oh no, he did say sister. He did say sister. Weird. It's a brother sister thing. But again, as long as they say true, which I mean, I'll put it again on you guys as well. How many of you guys, when we had any kind of hiccup, were able to actually get a response from ICI or Kim, or did they actually, like, they never ran? They always address things. They're always dropping things ahead of schedule. They say if they do this, right, they're taking everything that they've bought. Again, I can't verify that. It's just, we got to take them at face value. All of the FOT that they have, they bought themselves. And they say that every time that unlocks for them, I think it's on the 2nd of every month, I think it's like 1,000 of that FOT goes into liquidity pool. So they're not, they're just putting it in. And you got to think, like, if that's the case, then they're honest about it. Doesn't matter what position you're in. They're just throwing it into liquidity pools and reaping the same benefits as the next person before us and the next person before us. And, like, whatever, like, if that's the case, long short of it, I hate saying that because BitBoy says that, the long and short of it is you should be fine if you're practicing being really, really anal about taking profits all the time. If not, and you just keep putting it back in there, I think that's a little irresponsible. You should definitely be taking instead of like staking 100%. You know what I mean? Maybe,
absolutely.
Like maybe if you're like, you're just convicted, you're like, a year from now, it's going to really pay off. You could absolutely be right. But just for the sake of being, caution and making sure that you're ensuring yourself a winner, I would definitely do the latter and take profits daily. So, yeah. Anyway, anything else we need to talk about today, guys? Trying to keep this short and sweet.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think if anybody wanted to know, like, I don't know, some of the other folks, my take on like the rewards coming in the lower pools, like, I think it's kind of the same as what Tank said early on here. Like, if you're able to be a whale down there, or you're able to be a minnow down there, we're all winning.
Yeah.
And
let me ask you this.
That's kind of my take. Like,
as you say, minnow or whale, if you don't mind me, so you can stay fresh on that. So I know, like, it doesn't matter where you are in that line and stuff like that. Do you think somebody right now that has, like, let's just, I don't know how much you have. I don't know. Like, well, Bren and I have talked this. Bren, do you mind if I just use you and I as an example? Do you think, like, say Bren has, I'll just ask you, Bren, how much GFOT do you have?
I have 0.15 GFOT.
Okay. So somebody like him, which let's just consider, I'm not calling names or nothing or putting a label on you, Bren, but let's just say he's a minnow. And, anybody with 1 GFOT right now is what we consider to be, a whale or a shark or whatever. Do you think, for the sake of what they're saying the whole time and the narrative and the argument discussion of not mattering, do you think in a year from now that is going to be a big difference between positions of the two?
Meaning like will the minnow have gotten bigger?
Well,
or like,
as
you
far
mean like
as
somebody coming in at that time?
Yeah, as far
like
as
if
like
somebody trying to get in a year from now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Even going further, that as well.
So, I mean, I feel like, they're going to be rewarded at the same percentage,
right?
So they're going to grow proportionally to what they've invested,
right?
So as long as you know that, you should be happy with what you're getting, especially like I said, when it's 10 times more than I'm getting out of osmosis every day, or 30 times more than I'm getting out of osmosis every day, which is crazy. So I don't know, like my take on it is I'm going to go the first 3 layers down, or the first 4 layers down, to get to that first treasure tomorrow. And just baby ones,
Is there, by the way, like, is there a timestamp of like, it's like, it opens up tomorrow and everybody, like, obviously is looking at number 3 being the treasure pool, and
and it looks like 3 and 4. Is 3 and 4 give you treasure? That's what it looks like.
Does anybody know? Is there like a time base to where, like, or can anybody just over time eventually get there 2, 3, or is there like the treasure is going to time out and be spent over a certain amount of time? Because
that's we're going to find out when we get there.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that.
I would assume if they think this thing's going to last for 4 to 6 years,
there's a timer on it.
This dungeon's going to be open for a while as well.
Yeah,
I'm just working with that assumption. If the dungeon's quick, 1 month and we're all done, then it seems like we really blow through everything fast. Or there's got to be another play.
Well, yeah, I think, and I've talked about that a few times. I think there's a play for sure, because if you look about it, we're playing still in just this section
here. The very basics of their roadmap, or like their outline.
Yeah,
their flow chart.
They could 100% at any given moment develop something else, and wouldn't even stray from this right arm or section of the body right here, and still be, something totally like, well, we did dungeons, let's do swamps, and be something similar or whatever it is. Like, they could literally do that. It's insane.
So yeah, I mean, some of that really depends on how fast this dungeon is supposed to burn up or be used up or what, some of that is unknown to us. But I'm working on the assumption that it's going to be there for a bit. And I'm going to get there little by little, and I'm going to try and get to 3 and 4 on the second day, and then get some rewards stacked up and work my way down a little more from there,
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
I completely understand the idea that was shared on Twitter about, hey, if you're going in with this much here, by the time you get to the bottom, you're spending this much. So, like I said, I'm going to base it on what I can do.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing that people need to realize too. Like, there's a lot of FOMO going around. Please just be, it's always smart. Can't tell you what to do, but it is always smart to be modest about it. Don't overextend. The same rules apply. Don't overextend. Don't overstress yourself. Don't spend stuff that you can't afford to sit on. And, this is a game of sitting in this castle. This wasn't meant to be like a stick and move kind of thing. This incentivizes you to partake and sit a little bit. But yeah, please remember that, guys, and don't overextend. Just do what you can do. Hell, if you're already in there, guys, and you guys just want to, like, regardless of whatever it is, you want to get in these dungeons, you want to get in these runs and stuff like that. What we were just saying a little while ago, just take your rewards, and that's what I'm planning on doing. Through this stream, I've just pretty much cemented in my head. I'm just gonna, I'll take my rewards, my profits every day. Like I said, I'm going to be real strict about that. But then I'm going to start, putting it into the ones that matter, the SFOT, BFOT pool. Then I'm going to go to level 1 or 2, level 3, and then so forth, just so I can get there. So it's just what you can do. I think that's a really, really important thing. Personal question, since you'll get FOT rewards tomorrow, should I wait with buying into GFOT till tomorrow? I can't. I think. Go ahead. What do you think?
Right. GFOT only gets more expensive by the day, theoretically. So.
Yeah, it really does too. It just gets harder to come by each and every day. Like, literally, it gets harder and harder to make a GFOT over time. It really does. The amount that's definitely something you got to consider. I'm not telling you to do it now though, but you got to remember that. It just depends on what your goal is. What is your goal? Is the lockup periods for the pool 14 days? I believe they are. Pretty much 99% sure that it's still 14 days for the pools.
Yeah, it's only 3 and 8 though. 3 and 8 are the only ones that give actual rewards outside LP tokens.
Wait, so can I unstake my SFOT UST right now and get it back right now?
No. I'm talking about like the dungeon.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. I was like,
Brent, it looks like 4 has got the treasure connected to it.
I don't know. I'm just going off what ICI said in their Discord. He said levels 3 and 8 are gonna require a 14-day lockup for rewards, and the rest are for just moving through the dungeon and arbitraging. So
yeah, pool 3 and pool 4 does look like that on
that map. Yeah, that's all I was going off of.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's what
do you need this treasure to get into 4? Is that what they're saying?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. The treasure is the LP token you need to bond to Juno. That's it.
Tricky. That's not alpha, guys. We're just speculating. Just letting you guys know. We don't absolutely know that, but could be something to do with it. Maybe you need like this key and this key to unlock the doors simultaneously. I don't know. But yeah, could be. Anyway, guys, hey, I had a blast. I had an absolute blast. I promised my wife and my family that I would not take up a little. I already did it though, over in an hour. But guys, if you guys really enjoy these Saturday, Sunday streams where it's like open platform, we're gonna start doing this a lot more, especially with this dungeon run. I think, you know what? Maybe we do Sunday dungeon runs. I don't know. Like, if this lasts, this would be a blast to do. It'd be really fun to see how people are, you know, running through the dungeons, you know, how they're maneuvering through it and stuff like that. But yeah, Sunday dungeon runs. Crypto Steph, I'm for it. I'm for it. But guys, thank you everybody for joining us in the Discord. Thank you everybody in chat for joining us. Really do appreciate you. Oh, you guys want to see my pit bull? Come here, Loki. Come here. He is some reason up here. Come here. Up. You see this big old dog? That's my baby. Come here. There's my baby. Yeah, okay. I know you guys are impatient. But we're going to get out of here, guys. Much love. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow for our Monday stream. We're going to be jumping on into the dungeons. Hopefully my dog doesn't wreck my green screen. Peace.